Action games have come a long way from the early Apple II and Atari days, but in the era of Doom and Quake, what's left to do? Well, just wait and see what a trio of Canadian doctors has come up with. And you're one of the doctors, Dr. Greg Zeschuk. Can I call you Greg, Doc?
Oh, please do. I'm pretty informal.
We're in the computer world now. I'm not in your office.
My white coat's all long gone.
All right. How did a bunch of doctors, how'd you have time and an interest get involved in writing action computer games?
We've been game enthusiasts for many years, since we were young kids playing Pong all the way through medical school. And while we were in medical school, we actually started developing medical applications for teaching difficult concepts for use at the university. And as we did that, it sort of branched out. We sort of accumulated more technology, and before we knew it, we felt we could pursue one of our passions, which was making games. And so it just kind of happened, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
All right, so you guys are up there in Edmonton and come up with this game, Shattered Steel. What's kind of new and different about the game?
It's a little different than the standard games that fit specifically into one category. It more walks the line between the action category with the first-person shooters and the big robot.
So this kind of Mech Warrior meets Doom, right?
Something along those lines, with a bit of X-Wing and TIE Fighter mixed in. It takes a lot of our favorite aspects of games and puts them together.
All right, let's take a look at a little bit of Shattered Steel and show me how you play this.
Okay, right now I'm in the arming bay here. I've got my Warthog here. I can sort of flip through a couple of different robots. I'm on a difficult mission, so I got to put on my...
Okay, now where are we? Set the scene a second.
This is the 22nd century. You're a mercenary who flies around in a dropship.
Okay.
And your mission is to clear out a planet from various enemies that have taken over.
All right, so I'm picking my robot.
Yeah, I'm sticking on my weapons right now. I'm putting on some 70mm cannon. I'll put on some infrared missiles. I know I'm going to be in a bit of trouble here, so... And we'll go over my shields, toss on a better reactor so I can run faster. This is my sort of my command module, and I can get information about the missions on this planet here. You can sort of notice the blue line where my path is, and my next mission is here. And I can either get a voice briefing to tell me what's going on, the computer tells me, or else I can just jump right to it.
All right, let's get into battle here.
Oh, this is a big one. There's fighters coming from behind me. I have two allies that are on both of my sides, and we're facing off against a large enemy here. And it's going to be a lot of action right off the start as these flaming fighters start coming in. There are my napalm fighters on the left shooting the fireballs. One of my allies just walked in the middle of a fire. And there's the fighters up in front there. That's one of my enemies firing on them.
It's pretty clean, smooth-looking animation, considering, compared to the Doom type stuff here.
Yeah, it's one of the things is we worked quite hard in getting Shattered Steel to work well with slower frame rates that you find in some machines. Actually, compared to a lot of the games out there, it works quite well. So you can see my allies just got destroyed. I've got one headless enemy here I've just destroyed. And if you look in the bottom right corner, you can see my radar, and I can follow along.
Quickly, Greg, you've got one thing. What's different here is the terrain is kind of alive, has physical characteristics. If you blow up a crater or something, there's a hole in the ground. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah, I can actually demonstrate that. I'll pick up my nuclear warhead.
Okay.
And here's my hill. There's a hill here. I can verify that.
Yeah.
And we'll shoot a nuclear weapon.
So you're
now there is no longer a hill, and you should see a large wave of terrain coming towards me.
Okay, so there really are physical consequences to damaging your environment here.
No question. And if you look in, you can sort of see where the hill once was, a large, gigantic crater, and full of flames.
It's called Shattered Steel. Thank you.